my boy, a revolutionary.
Fellow Americans, it is with the utmost pride and sincerity that I present this recording as a living testament and recollection of history in the making during our generation.
My people, what you see here is an article from the Taipei Times. The date on the article is Saturday, November 27, 2004. On this article, I'll just go ahead and read it verbatim. It's entitled, "In Honor of the Little Black People." The Saciot tribe of Shenchu and Miali will perform a solemn rite this weekend to commemorate a race of people that they exterminated. Drinking, singing, and dancing are expected to take place deep in the mountains of Miali and Shenchu when the ritual of the little black people is performed by the Saciot tribe once again this weekend. For the past 100 years or so, the Saciot tribe has performed the songs and rites of the festival to bring good harvest, ward off bad luck, and keep alive the spirit of a race of people who are said to have preceded all others in Taiwan. In fact, the Short Black Men Festival celebrates one of the most ancient types of modern humans on this planet, and their kin still survive today in Asia. They are said to be diminutive Africoids and are variously called pygmies, negritos, and ayata. They are found in the Philippines, northern Malaysia, Thailand, Sumatra, and Indonesia, and other places. Chinese historians call them black dwarves in the Three Kingdoms period, 8220 to 8280, and they were still found in China during the Qing Dynasty, 1644 to 1911. In Taiwan, they were called the Little Black People, and apart from being diminutive, they were also said to be broad-nosed and dark-skinned with curly hair. After the Little Black People, and well before waves of Han migrations after 1600, came the Aboriginal tribes, who are part of the Austronesian race. They are taught to have come from the Malay archipelago 6,000 years ago at the earliest, and around 1,000 years ago at the latest, though theories on Aboriginal migration to Thailand are still hotly debated. Real quick, let me go over the word Aboriginal, because people are confused by this term. Aboriginal means after the original. For example, the Aboriginals that you hear about in Australia are the people who are the descendants of the original inhabitants. Hence, they are Aboriginal. Now back to the article. Gradually, the little black people became scarcer until a point about 100 years ago when there was just a small group living near the Saciot tribe. The story goes that the little black people taught the Saciot to farm by providing seeds, and they used to party together. But one day, the little black people sexually harassed some Aboriginal women, so the Saciot took revenge and killed them off by cutting a bridge over which they were crossing. Just 2 little black people survived. Before departing eastward, they taught the Saciot about their culture and passed down some of their songs, saying if they did not remember their people, they would be cursed and their crops would fail. The Saciot kept their promise and have held the ritual of the little black people every year, though they scaled down the ceremonies during the Japanese colonial period, 1895 to 1945. Now, the ritual is held every 2 years on the 10th moon of the lunar calendar, with a big festival once every 10 years. At this time, the Saciot are not supposed to fight, and they congregate in their ancestral areas of Miali and the Shenchu in the mountains. Some of these next few lines are quotes, and it says, "I've seen it written of as a celebration, but to me it seemed quite a mournful affair, especially in the way the music came across, which was trance-like, a haunting kind of chant with a series of 10 to 15 songs," said long-term resident Lynn Miles, who has been to the ritual 3 times and will be going again this year. There is nothing else quite like it in its tone and its mood. I've been to other festivals, but this is non-stop. Miles said the dances were not set pieces, but usually involved holding hands and moving around in a circle, chanting with those who knew the songs doing the most of the singing, and the shaman figure keeping order. A spokesman at the Council of Indigenous Peoples under Executive Yuan said that those who have unclean thoughts have their souls snatched by the spirits of the little black people and will pass out until the shaman revives them. Miles said the shaman seemed to serve a public order function by chasing off those who were too drunk or out of order. The ceremonies are held in two places. The ritual began yesterday in the Nanchang Township of Miaoli County and will carry on until Monday. Ritual starts today in Wufang Township, Henshu County, and will last through tomorrow. Now, this is the end of the article. That last part says the ritual began yesterday. Now, this article was written on November 27th in 2004. And currently, they celebrate this ritual every 2 years, which means this year, 2008, next week, they will have their celebration. Now, this article was posted on November 27th, 2004, which means the rituals actually begin on November 26th. And in the other area, they started that Saturday, so that's either the 26th they start or the 27th they start. Now, while blacks in America are celebrating Thanksgiving, and hence they're celebrating the exploits of their European slavers who were murdering our ancestors, these Asians during the same period are celebrating our ancestors. Go figure. Oh yeah, one more thing. In the article, it's talking about the legend of the story about how these black people were sexually harassing these Austronesian women, so they needed to be taken out. Well, you know, just as in any type of arena or propaganda, black people are going to be depicted in a negative light, and they did have to justify murdering off these black people. If you ask my opinion, I believe that the black people were probably mating with those Austronesian women, and the Austronesians realized that mating with the Austronesian women was going to cause the Austronesians to eventually all be black, so they had to take them out. But you know, it is what it is.